Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Am I live?
We are live.
Good.
I can actually hear for once.
Oh, it's the headphones, isn't it?
Yeah.
Welcome to Hyperfixation of the Week, where I have heard of these specific video games for a few years of my life now.
I'm Phoenix, and I've heard about this once from a Jordyn Animations YouTube video.
And I'm Victoria, and I've heard about this once on the way to the recording room.
And I am Mackenzie, and I am Jordyn's friend, who is here for a short while, and I'm about to ramble about the one and only Fossil Fighters game series for the Nintendo DS family of consoles.
Hell yeah.
Highly specific game, and it's kind of cool.
And it's kind of niche, and if Victoria doesn't know about it, you can tell it's niche.
It's Pokemon.
I mean, to be fair,
I
think the most niche thing that I've played is Bookworm,
Yeah.
but very specifically pre-EA PopCap Bookworm.
Okay.
I've never heard of that
Never
game.
heard of
Me neither.
I'm a game dev student.
I've
I haven't
never
heard of
This
it.
is
heard of
something that my
Bookworm.
grandpa knows, though.
George, we're live.
Oh, goodness gracious above. Alright, whose game is bad?
Is it me?
Not you.
It might be because we were all layered on top of each other.
Am I too loud? I am not too loud. Victoria, say something.
Can you hear me?
Victoria's got the peak. I think.
I think it was just all of us talking at
Okay.
once. It's fine. I'll
It's
just keep
fine.
an eye on the
We'll rock
levels.
with it. So Fossil Fighters is if you take Pokemon and Digimon, but made it dinosaur.
And then add dinosaurs
Basically.
and also add fossil recovery. I have a very specific memory of recovering fossils on your DS and accidentally breaking it because I forgot to switch from the hammer.
Yeah, like...
So it's the Pokemon Diamond and Pearl spelunking minigame.
And they made an entire game out of that, basically. Fossil Fighters, originally, it was basically a Pokemon knockoff. And am I being too loud? Is it me?
No, it's the technology.
It's the technology. It's the
Okay.
game.
I have control. I have complete control over everything all the time. Hello. All right, we're good.
Okay. Like, the first Fossil Fighters game released early 2000s for the Nintendo DS. Very shameless Pokemon ripoff,
As
admittedly.
As it should be.
Like, it opened up, you're on this island, and you meet Professor Diggins, who's...
Okay, I see what you mean now.
That's such a good name.
Okay.
and you fight this, like, team. I forget their name. I specialize in the second game in the Fossil Fighters series.
Well, this is where I come in. I typically, when I don't know stuff, I'm the one who looks everything up, so I will look this up for
Oh,
you.
we have a Michael in the fact checker booth.
Jamie, look that up.
Thank you.
Okay. You can continue until I find this.
We do have a fact checker.
And the evil team, it's like this woman, this man, and their talking dog. Does the dog talk? I forget if the dog talks,
Okay,
to
it's
be
just more and
entirely
more
honest.
Pokemon.
So it's Jesse A. James and Meowth. That's right.
Yes, we have
Buffett.
off-brand Team Rocket.
Okay, I found it. So I found the name. It's BB Bandits.
The BB Bandits.
The BB
That is-
Bandit.
So the BBB.
Yep. And that explains why I forgot their name, because in the second game, there's a word associated with every letter in the BBB gang, which is an entirely independent BBB gang, by the way.
Please tell me it's the Big Bad Bandits.
The Bare Bones Brigade, actually.
Oh, that's a really
That's
good
a
name.
That's a
better
good one.
name.
Yeah,
such a good
like,
name.
the second game is a really big step up from the first. The first is the one that got a lot of series to the attention, though, for... As Phoenix mentioned earlier, Jordyn Animations video on the games, like, that brought a lot of attention to the games, and when I was a kid and I was, like, first getting into this series, I got the second game for $11, I think, and the first game for $2.99.
Let's go.
Let's go.
The prices have skyrocketed recently, so that each is, like, $100+.
Wow.
I mean, to be fair, a lot of DS games in the recent, like, 3 years, whatever, have just, like, skyrocketed.
True, but, like, you wouldn't see this with like brain games. You don't see this with
Not the brain games.
No, my DS has the brain games built in.
Aw, that's
No way.
amazing.
Fossil Fighters Frontier, $66 on Amazon.
Oh, we don't talk about Frontier.
Oh.
I'm going to talk about
have
it
beef
later,
with
but
Frontier.
Okay.
Fossil Fighters Frontier is a different animal. Look
original
up Champions.
The original Fossil Fighters, $67 on Walmart.
Yep.
That's the price of a brand new game.
Look up Champions.
I spent less money buying Baldur's Gate 3
Me
than I
too.
would have buying that game.
And I'm getting arguably less value out of Baldur's Gate 3 than I would get out of Fossil
I'm getting
Fighters.
so much value out of Baldur's
Fossil
Gate
Fighters
3.
is a really good game. Like,
Are
in the
we?
Fossil
I
Fighters
still need
community,
to buy the new Mario game.
in the Fossil
too.
Fighters community, you
Me
can
too.
like 200% the games.
What?
Yeah.
New Game Plus?
Not even. You don't have to New Game Plus to 200% the games. I think you can 300% the games.
How?
So
There's
the-
one game.
it's 100% if you complete the game, of course, and but dig up the skull of every Vivasaur, which is the dinosaurs in the game. And the 200% mark is if you get all the fossils for every dinosaur, because you can get their head, their body, their arms, and their legs for most dinosaurs in the game, except for like the chickens. There are a couple that are just like chickens.
They're just
Not
chickens.
based on any specific like chicken, I think, just chickens. And 300% is if you get every Vivasaur, you collect all their fossils, and you max their rank. Which is not as hard as it sounds. Like, I've been working on 300%ing Fossil Fighters Champions, and I think I'm about 230% there.
This is not how percentages should work.
Say that to Hollow Knight.
Oh my
True.
gosh.
Hollow Knight, the max is 112.
Let's take a side swipe on Hollow Knight real quick and talk about the 112%.
Okay, no, but here's the thing. To get 112%, you have to beat the DLCs. So that's a little more understandable than
That's
base
understandable.
game 300%.
Base
Yeah.
game 300% is.
Base game 300% is funny because you're not even New Game Plusing. It's just there.
Yep.
Like New Game Plus is understandable for 200% because you're literally playing the game again.
A lot of the current surviving Fossil Fighters fan base, try saying that 5 times fast, is
No, thank you.
autistic. Because, like, how else are you going to be into this 3-game series that hasn't gotten a new game since 2016, 2018?
I can say the same about
And the new
About
game
Rhythm Heaven.
The new game,
was Frontier.
yeah, Fossil Fighters Frontier was a huge step down for the Fossil Fighters series
It was a
as a
game.
whole. Like,
It was there.
the original 2 games they changed each other up a bit, but they were fundamentally similar. Like, the combat system and the combat system changed slightly. In the first game, you have one Vivasaur who's, like, doing all the main stuff, 2 Vivasaurs in the back, and you have a safe zone that you could escape to. Kind of like in Miitopia, but it doesn't heal, it just prevents them from being targeted. And you would just...
Side note. Who here plays Miitopia?
I haven't.
I like watching Miitopia.
I played Tomodachi Life.
We're really normal about Miitopia.
Miitopia's fun.
I know.
We're really normal about the people we put into Miitopia.
Miitopia is a game with great design. Like, they really design it for fun and the silly stuff. Like,
Miitopia is perfect for putting your little characters in and watching them run around and talk at each other like, "Ap, ap, 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 ap."
That's
it's
just,
by no means a perfect game,
No.
but it's a perfect game for what it intends to do, I think, for sure.
it's a perfect casual game.
It's a perfect game. It's a perfect Miitopia. Miitopia is perfect Miitopia. You know?
Miitopia is what Tomodachi Life walked so Miitopia could run.
Yeah.
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 That's...
And those words mean nothing to my father who is listening right now.
My mom is going to be like, I have no idea what you're talking about, but great job, sweetie.
Yeah.
But anyone who grew up on Nintendo consoles, they
You know.
My dad. Oh my god. I've shown Jordyn and these photos. There are photos of my dad and me and my sisters as babies. Like, we are infants in these photos. We're sitting on my dad's lap while he plays video games. And I'm pretty sure at least one of them is a GameCube.
We didn't have GameCube in my house, but I grew up playing Star Wars Battlefront 2 on my father's PlayStation 2.
I grew up playing those little, like, leapfrogs, and then I played
Yeah.
one of those, like,
Leapster 2.
Leapster 2. Oh my god, my Leapster 2 was the bomb. Anyways, it was not an actual bomb. And then I had, like, one of those VTech bikes. You know the ones? Yeah.
The bike?
You don't know about VTech bike?
I had a VTech. I had the home console VTech. I didn't
had
know that there was
the bike
a bike
controller. Do you want to see VTech bike?
I'm looking it up right now.
Everyone listening at home, look up VTech bike.
What? I'm
Oh my god, wait, it's not coming up.
Yeah, it is. I found this.
No, that's not it. That's not it. Where is it?
Are you sure this isn't a fever dream?
My mom knows. My mom knows. It was real. It was real.
I had like
I see it.
Let me see. Yes, that's the one.
It's Fisher Price.
No, it was VTech.
That's Fisher Price.
Wait. Is that the
could you
same
show
one
it this way?
That's the one I had. Why is that?
It's Fisher Price.
While we're talking about obscure stuff like that, the types of video games that I grew up on were,
That's
like
a video
I
game
said,
controller.
pre-EA PopCap games.
I don't even know what PopCap is.
What is a PopCap?
Is
Yeah,
it PopCap the
Smart
company
Cycle.
that made
The
Candy Crush?
Smart
No.
Cycle.
No, that's King.
No.
Oh.
PopCap is the company that made Bejeweled, which is the
Oh.
classic Candy Crush. I had a
Dude.
classmate who called
Candy Crush for old women. I would know.
Bejeweled.
My nana played that game.
My grandmother Mimi
See?
loved Bejeweled 2 so much she played it on her laptop while I danced to the Beatles' Here Comes the Sun over and over again on her blanket in her living room, and that is such a core memory that I remember every detail, including the little plastic piece of the little dogs and cats figure set that I lost under the refrigerator.
I
It was a
played
purple comb.
Bejeweled, I played Bookworm, I played Insaniquarium, Plants vs. Zombies, which I still need to help Colin install on his laptop. All of that stuff.
That's great.
And tiny rant, god damn it, EA, what did you do to Plants vs. Zombies? What did you do to Peggle? What did you do to Bejeweled?
Oh, not Peggle. I love Peggle.
Let's ignore EA.
Let's ignore the rant.
Let's ignore
Back to the
EA.
topic at hand.
Yeah.
Let's talk about
Fighting fossils.
your personal experience with Fossil Fighters.
Where
Let's
was
talk about
I?
how you got here.
Okay, so my first experience with Fossil Fighters was downloading the demo for Champions on the Nintendo Wii. Like, you guys remember that? How the Wii would, like, have little demos for games that you could install on your DS with Download Play? Like,
Vaguely. I remember using Download Play to play Mario Kart with my dad.
yeah, like, Download Play was such a good console feature. We should really have more stuff like that in modern games, but, like,
Honestly, why doesn't my Switch just present me with a little gift box that has a very, 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 very short demo of the newest Pokemon, Picross? Like,
I missed
yeah.
that.
I miss them giving me a demo of the newest Pokemon Picross on my 3DS with Spot
What is
Pass.
Picross?
why would you
Picross.
get a demo of a free game?
It gave me a demo. It just gives you demos for
Yeah.
stuff.
It gave you the free game.
Then maybe I got a demo of something else. I don't know. My memory has been fading so much recently. Like, Victoria mentioned doing something, and I have no recollection of it. Sincerely, honest to God.
What did I say you did?
This was something you did and showed me, and I had no recollection. I'm like,
Oh, yeah, I remember
I
now.
don't remember, and I'm sorry.
I remember now.
Tangent, Picross is such a fun thing.
Picross is
if
so...
you like
I
Picross,
watched you play it while we were watching The Truman Show. You were playing Picross during The Truman
last
Show.
night?
Yes. That's what I was doing on
She
my
was
phone the
playing
whole time.
Picross
movie
and
is so
watching
good.
Instagram Reels while we were watching the greatest movie.
I was there because I didn't want to be alone.
It
if
was
you
a
like
really good
Picross,
movie.
I cannot recommend enough the game Murder by Numbers. It's so much fun. It's got like LGBT characters, and you can buy it in a bundle with Hatoful Boyfriend.
Is that the
I'm
game where
sorry,
you said
what?
one of the... It's the game where you said one of the guys looks like RJ.
Yeah.
No. Do you know what Hatoful Boyfriend is?
Do I know what Hatoful... Alright, we're taking another side swipe. Hatoful Boyfriend is a piece of art.
It's a dating sim.
It's a dating sim,
you're a
and
girl.
you date birds.
Every single
Pigeons.
character is
Yep.
pigeons.
Every
And
single
you're a
character
girl
is
falling in
pigeon.
love with pigeons.
I
my
played
God.
this game.
You are not a pigeon. You are not a pigeon.
You're a human.
You are a human girl.
And the plot is mind-blowing.
I love
I
oddly specific.
cried at least twice over this game.
I like
and you don't cry that easy.
I like bad
I
dating
do.
sims.
I really
Over
do.
media?
Yeah,
Have I just not seen you at the right times?
probably not. I'm a sap when it comes down to it.
Dream
Jordyn's
Daddy
witnessed me
is
cry
hilarious.
multiple times already.
That was different.
I cried over the Ryota route. I cried over the Nageki route. Maybe I'm just a sap.
Okay, but Dream Daddy is one of my favorite dating sims of all time.
Dream Daddy should be its own episode.
You're a single dad
Let's not even
falling in
talk
love with
about...
other dads.
That's
And
beautiful.
they're all so funny.
I remember when that dominated the YouTube landscape for a
really
short bit.
funny-
Markiplier's playthrough was legendary.
I've never actually seen that video.
I haven't
And
seen
you
that
know
one.
me.
I played a little bit of Dream Daddy on my phone. It had a mobile release.
Dream Daddy is also one of those games that it gets a similar reaction out of people as talking about Dungeons and Daddies, where you get that look. You know the look.
Yeah.
The did you just say daddy look?
The brief flicker of, this
Oh.
better not be about what I think it's about.
No, it's a good old.
Yeah,
oh,
the
moment.
raised eyebrow. The raised eyebrow, the look of that white dog that's like, that's a little too gay. Yeah, it's that. Yeah, I get that
No,
look.
it's the Dwayne the Rock Johnson meme.
It's the Dwayne The Rock Johnson eyebrow raise. It's the... Let's talk about Fossil Fighters.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. We
But
have
like,
gotten sidetracked
yeah, Fossil
hard.
Fighters Champions had a demo on the DS where you could like clean a fossil, and then afterwards it would show you the Vivasaur that you would have revived with that. And I was a dinosaur kid growing up, so I was
Oh,
just
yeah.
like, I can
You
play
still
this
are.
game, and I can own a Triceratops, and I can fight with that Triceratops. Sign me the heck up, because I'm 6 years old and can't say anything worse than that.
Also because we have a policy on this broadcast, which is, if your Christian aunt wouldn't want to hear it, don't say it.
Well, it's more specifically if
also,
assume
your friend's
someone's
mom. Your
Assume-
friend's mom.
No, just someone's mom.
Someone's mom is listening right
Someone's
now.
mom is always listening
In
to our
fact,
shows.
I know whose mom it is.
It's not my mom right now.
Really?
No, she's in a meeting right now.
My
be
dad
bad.
might be listening.
Once it's uploaded, which
Is
we
it your
really need
mom?
to get to uploading all our episodes.
Maybe.
It's not my mom.
But
'cause
my
she's at
mom wants to
work.
listen to all the episodes once they're uploaded.
I've mentioned my mom a couple times on this show.
I mentioned my parents a lot. I'm surprised my dad hasn't been messaging as much.
Last week, my dad was literally feeding us information. He was the person who was looking stuff up.
He
for
was
us.
our guy in the chair.
Be prepared for next week when my dad is the guy in the chair when we do WWE.
Oh, my dad's gonna be another guy in a chair. They're gonna be in the same chair. It's a very big chair.
It's a very big chair.
I feel like my dad
holds
might
two
know
dads.
something.
But like,
Dad, you can't. I can't say that. I can't say that.
Well, let me see. Oh my gosh, do not do that. Phoenix's dad. No. Phoenix's father, you will not do that.
No, I need to see this too.
no.
No.
Dad,
Mr.
you're at
Phoenix's
work. Aren't you
dad,
at,
no.
aren't you at work right now?
Oh no, my dad listens to this at work too.
All right, all right. He'll be a guest one day, I'm sure.
My dad listens to Howard Stern at work.
But
Yeah, no.
My dad
at
just
some
said
point
bring
we
him
need
into
to
the
just
studio.
drag all our parents onto this.
Dad, you have a job. You have a job that I think you're at right now. I can't bring you into the studio.
we will one day.
Maybe.
I'm sure
So-
we will. Mr. Stevens? Is that what I should be saying? Phoenix's dad?
You can say Phoenix's dad. He hates Mr. Stevens because he says that's his father.
Oh, you know what? That's valid. I make that joke a lot. I make that like, oh please, Jordyn is my mother's name. Call me Jorts, but like,
Is Jordyn your mother's name?
it's Lisa.
You're
doesn't
Jorts.
look like a
You
Lisa.
are Jorts.
I am Jorts.
We're
Short
getting
jorts.
so off track.
We are so good at getting sidetracked today.
Dude, nothing
Oh my-
nothing compares to the infinite blow high and the infinite IKEA.
Okay.
So Fossil Fighters.
Sorry.
So dinosaurs. Shut up. So dinosaurs.
I got
Your
started.
your glow in the dark dinosaur shoes.
I have glow in the dark dinosaur shoes because dinosaurs are great. I got Fossil Fighters, and I wasn't able to play it very often because like I had my mom was one of those parents who's, like, strict with screen time.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I did have a lot of fun in the time that I played. And I also picked up my entire team for the whole game in, like, the first area.
That's the correct way to play those types of games.
Yeah.
If you don't have a single team that you bring through the entirety of Pokemon, you're doing it wrong.
If your starter's not on your champion team, I don't want to talk to you.
I'm not joking when I say that for a majority of Scarlet and Violet, I had a 5-man team because I wanted an Ice Cube on my team, and I knew I would get attached to anyone on my team.
I just tried to sweep everything with. I chose Sprigatito.
Flower trick spammer.
No, that's not what I did.
Anyways, the dinosaurs. Focus on the dinosaurs. Focus on how they stand on hexagons when they fight.
They stand on hexagons when they fight.
Yeah, you know how, like, a couple games will have, like, a hexagonal grid system when you move? Fossil fighters.
But focus on the fact that, why can't you hear a pterodactyl go to the bathroom?
Because they're dead.
Because the P is silent. You're welcome, Dad. I think my dad will laugh because they're dead.
Because they're dead.
They are.
Why can't you hear a pterodactyl go to the bathroom? Because it doesn't know how to use a toilet. Anyways, so can we talk about battle formation? Because I actually think that, like, the formation of how they fight in the game is
the Fossil Fighters battle system is very interesting because, like, you know how in Pokemon singles you'll bring in a team of, like, 5 and you'll only bring in 3 to actually fight with?
Yeah.
That's how it is in every battle in all of Fossil Fighters. You pick a team of 5, but you only bring 3 into each fight, and the other 2 are either backup or you can just, like, experience farm for them. But, like, you pick 3 Vivasaurs to go on the field, and there are 6 hexes in a circle, and in the front 3 are the attack zone. That's usually where you'll put the Vivasaurs that you have on the offense, because in the back you have the support zone, where every Vivasaur will activate its own, like, special passive effects that usually either benefit your attack zone or are a detriment to the opposing attack zone. Each support effect is unique to each Vivasaur, and sometimes they're detrimental, so it's kind of a trade-off, usually. So you'll have, like, this big, powerful attacker, like, ready in the back, but also it's hampering your front. Or you'll have this super powerful support effect in the back, but the Vivasaur itself is super, like, fragile and weak and can't hold on for very long. And you can get some, like, interesting team comps. Like, admittedly, the game's balance is a lot more interesting in concept than in practice because they overloaded a bunch of stats on a bunch of Vivasaurs.
Mm-hmm.
And
So it's one of those things where there's only, like, a couple good ones, otherwise you're screwed.
Yeah, like, you're stuck with, like, mainly one of the large theropods, probably a ceratopsian, probably another ceratopsian.
Dinosaurs.
These are
Yeah.
words.
You're looking at me like she's speaking, like, Mandarin.
She's speaking Elvish.
She is speaking Elvish.
Okay, so at the front you have big dinosaur, like
Okay.
T-Rex.
Okay.
Nom nom nom.
And at the back,
Oh, I
you
can't.
have Triceratops.
Okay.
And Triceratops buff you.
Okay.
Buff your T-Rex.
Bruh.
And make the T-Rex so strong that nothing can stop it.
Okay, that makes sense.
And you go bam 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 rah, 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 and then you go rah, 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 rah,
Yeah.
and then you win.
Because a lot of stuff...
So it's Dracovish and Pokemon.
I guess so. I'm not sure what Dracovish's stats look like. But, like, everything is either very wimpy and dies in one hit, or it's super bulky and super offensive, and you want it on your team. Like, those are the 2 types of Vivasaurs, essentially.
As it should be.
Yeah. There aren't a lot of Vivasaurs that are, like, small and have really good support effects, but still are but still have the survivability to actually impact your team.
I think we got a text from Dad.
My dad told me to go buff myself.
Go to the gym, Phoenix.
Go to the gym,
Which
nerdy.
one? We have multiple.
Come to the gym with me and I can show you my insane leg press.
Go to the gym.
No, I'm
wimp.
scared of that. I'm genuinely scared of that.
Go to the gym, wimp.
For context,
one?
You
as
look
to
at me like
why,
I just kicked your dog or something.
For context as to why Fee is scared of that statement, my current record leg press is 460 pounds.
What do you do reps at? Which one do you do reps at?
460.
Yep.
That's amazing.
That's not her max. That's her reps.
Yeah, but I also haven't gone above that because I'm scared my knees are gonna dislocate.
Yeah, your knees are interesting. You have goat knees.
I have goat knees.
You are.
Getting back to the topic at hand.
Okay.
Sorry, my dad
Again.
said I can't spell gym.
Of course not. You do the math for a living. You do programming and math.
I'm
That
an
reminds
IT
me.
major.
You're an IT major. You don't have to spell. The computer does it for you.
That
no,
reminds me
You're
of-
so wrong.
I know.
So wrong.
I know, sweetheart.
That reminds me of a shirt that I saw on one of my friends in, like, I think...
My mom
I
is
think he
calling
wore
me
it
while we're on
through
air.
high school.
Wait, everyone stop. My mom's calling me while we're on air.
Okay. Don't put her on speakerphone.
Hey, Mom, you're on air. You're on air on WJTV.
Oh, well, hello there.
She's not getting picked up. She said hello there.
She's not getting picked up? Oh, shoot.
Doesn't look like it.
Don't put your gain up.
You don't need to put me on. That's fine. I just wanted you to resend me the link so that it could be listened to.
Oh, for sure.
Freegender.info.
Freegender.info.
Listen to
Gender
us
dot
ramble at
info?
freegender.info.
Freegender.info.
I don't know why that's actually a thing.
Because it was funny and it was $5.
It's gender.
All right.
Have a great show.
Thank you, Mom.
I guess the gender isn't free if it's $5.
Okay, love you, bye.
No, but this club is free gender.
Freegender.
You walk in here and you get more pronouns. I was she, they before I got into this club, and now I use any, all.
I'm just still
I
stuck.
mean, I
Free
think I'm
gender.
like the only one who's avoided that.
No, I haven't. I haven't changed.
Okay,
yeah,
look,
that's true.
But I
it's
already
more
am
like
evaded.
I stole Colin's he hims because now Colin is gender fluid and now I am fully gender fluid. I'm gonna be gender gaseous soon, dude. When I turn gender plasma, somebody stop me, please. Like I can't discover the fifth state.
Okay, sorry. I just want to say my dad said so on topic. It's awesome.
So on topic. It's awesome. Yeah.
Mr. Phoenix's dad.
He said call him Pops.
All right, listen here, Pops.
Yeah, but that's what you call him.
Everyone calls him Pops. That's his paintball name.
Oh.
Listen here, Pops. I'm not gonna accept that kind of slander on my show.
Jordyn, he's 6'3" and you're 5'3".
5'1".
Okay, he has over a foot on you.
I can
Fee,
kick
I'm the
his
one who's
knee.
5'3".
Mackenzie is ever so slightly taller than me, as she has always been.
I'm 5'11".
I
I'm
used
tall.
to be eye to eye with your chin
Skill
in
issue.
like elementary school.
Skill issue.
My ex was like
You're small.
at least 6 feet
You're
tall.
short jorts.
I mean, aren't all jorts short?
That's why.
Yep.
That's the
You
name.
cursed yourself.
That's the name.
My dad said bring it on.
Bring it, paintball man. I'll wreck it. Anyways, so about the dinosaurs.
Yeah, about dinosaurs.
The plot of Fossil Fighters Champions is also fun.
Oh, we didn't
Like-
even get to the plot about the freaking world-eating monster.
Oh yeah, the original Fossil Fighters, also very fun plot. It's one of those games that has a plot that's definitely from the early 2000s and out of Japan.
Oh, I love early 2000s Japan plots.
Early 2000. Oh, you peek. Oh, don't clap while you're peeking.
Oh,
Sanders.
like
Sorry.
The World Ends With You? The thing that was on the Guess the Game the other day
God.
that I didn't get and I should have got because my sister is
So,
obsessed with
I
it.
know that
I
game.
want
I
to
didn't
play.
know the name of it.
My sister
I
is
want to
obsessed
play
with
World Ends With You sometime.
Like-
It has a Switch release now, doesn't it? Or is that a sequel?
Yes. As in, I don't know. Also, my dad keeps saying Dino sucks.
it. No, quite literally, like a couple months ago, my sister went on a hunt
Let me see.
for the World Ends With You copies because she was trying to find one that wasn't extremely expensive.
Bro, I remember seeing
those
one
are
for like
scared.
$20 in GameStop one time, and I was like, I'll pass.
Yeah, and she managed to find one.
That's great.
She
Good
bought
for
an
her.
old DSi with the intention of playing that game.
That's
I have a
great.
3DS in my house.
In my room right now, I have my old my old DSi XL and my 3DS.
Ooh, you had a
I have my old
DSi.
3DS, but you remember when it broke.
Yes.
You remember when she stopped working.
Yes.
I am cursed with Nintendo products because first it was that
You
and
are.
then it was the Switch.
And then it was my DS.
Sorry.
No, don't worry. It wasn't your fault. It wasn't your
funny.
fault at all. It
I-
was my fault,
I
technically,
broke
when I
the
tried.
hinge on I finished breaking the hinge on Mackenzie's 3DS.
You gotta love
Oh
and
yeah, no,
cherish your game consoles.
our 3DS hinges just fragile because mine
Yeah.
is also broken. I have to glue it every year.
Yeah, they're a design flaw. And I tried to fix mine by, like, recasing it, and then I ended up breaking one of the cords inside of it.
Oh,
Nintendo is so good at design flaws. Joy-Cons. Joy-Con
Joy-Con,
trash.
Joy-Con,
Yeah.
Joy-Con.
There's a reason my dad basically exclusively uses off-brand Pro controllers.
Good.
I have an on-brand Pro controller. It works really well. I've had it for like 3 years.
Uh,
It's
my
just
dad
more expensive.
exclusively uses off-brand Pro controllers.
I just get more Joy-Cons. Nom nom. I love giving Nintendo my money.
You can get them fixed for free, you know.
Yeah, but you
Anyways,
have to send them.
Yeah, but that requires you to not be able to use the system. for a
No,
bit.
that's only for a Nintendo Switch Lite.
anyways, so
If you don't have another set of controllers.
So Fossil Fighters.
we're giving up on Fossil Fighters and we're just talking about video games in general today, aren't we?
The plot of the original Fossil Fighters was very off the walls. I forget what the original... I partially remember. The plot was something to the tune of someone looking for one of the two legendary Vivosaurs, Ignosaurus and Frigisaurus. And
So Groudon and Kyogre.
yeah, and I think that's what the main goal of the BB Bandits
BB Bandit.
were. They were like looking for Frigisaurus, and you were partnered up with the police chief to like figure out like how to stop them while also participating in like this tournament on the island. I think was there a tournament on? I don't think there was a tournament on the island. I don't know. The plot of Fossil Fighters is really fuzzy for me.
The plot of Fossil Fighters is that there's a plot somewhere.
Yes.
The plot of Fossil Fighters is
You have fossils and you fight.
something dinosaurs.
And then guess what? Plot twist, the police chief is actually the one who was trying to get his hands on Frigisaurus. Yeah, and then he gets his hands on Frigisaurus, and you're locked into this fight that you can... In theory, you could win it if it wasn't hard-coded to be unwinnable.
Yo, we love scripted bosses.
Yeah.
I
like-
love when they're like,
Hey, at least it's not win the fight, lose the cutscene.
ugh.
Yeah.
When the fight lose the cutscene still
As a
upsets
game dev
me.
student, I can go on a rant about how terrible that feels.
Yeah.
When the fight lose the cutscene is like, ugh, I don't even know what's comparable to it. It's awful.
It's you make it to the final goal and if you get that final overtime field goal, no, final overtime pick six touchdown, then they go, yeah, no, sorry, like time was up, you lost, by the way.
Yeah. That's... doesn't feel good.
It never feels good.
Does not feel good at all.
But, like, you can defeat the fight. It's designed to be practically unwinnable because they put you up against Frigisaurus in, like, this crazy buffed up state where it has maxed stats all across the board. Like, 999 health, 99 attack, 99 defense.
Okay, alright, I see where this is going.
Yeah. So, you're not supposed to be able to win against it. But, like, you can get it down to 1 HP if you use counter abilities, which not only nullify your damage taken, but also just fling all the damage right back.
Oh, that's funny. That's
Yeah.
really funny.
Broken. broken as hell.
Yeah, it's the only way that some Vivisaurs are supposed to be quote-unquote viable.
I mean,
Cough, cough, the chickens.
Triceratops feel like they should be countering.
I don't think any of the Ceratopsians learned to do that.
They have a big shield on their face and spikes on that shield.
I think some of them have auto-counter, which is significantly worse. And it's just kind of, when you get hit, sometimes you deal a tiny bit of damage back.
Sorry, I just learned from my father that apparently when you beat the final boss in Mario 3, the game can glitch, and the only way to fix that glitch is to go back to 1-1. Luckily, Mario 3 is a really fast speed game if you know what you're doing. It's like 20 minutes.
That's so sad.
That's sad.
You do 2 levels, warp zone. I think another level or 2, warp zone. You're in the final world. Have fun.
Oh, nice.
That's great.
I'm actively trying to think. There's at least one game that I know of where there's a scripted loss fight that I can't remember what it is, but I remember the whole point was...
You know what? Would you count the opening cutscene of Baldur's Gate 3 as a win the cutscene, lose the fight? Or win the fight, lose the cutscene? Because...
No, you didn't lose the cuts. You didn't lose.
You didn't even win the fight, really. You just kind of passed through it.
You kind of just, killed the guy.
No, you just kind of walk in the cutscene.
No, it kind of was like a... Oh, we got in a fight. Oh, God, what just happened? Oh, wait, we can't pilot this ship.
You
it's
got
going
in a
down.
fight, and then a second, what was it called? A second Nautiloid has hit the Baldur's Gate.
No, no. You can't make that joke.
I'm sorry, but it's
the
true.
Christian ant, Jordyn. The Christian ant.
The Christian ant would say, "Oh goodness gracious!"
Oh goodness me!
Did the Christian mom die?
She brought her sister. Christian aunt and Christian mom think I'm so charming.
There is a game out there. There is a fight where you can't do anything the first time you do it because you're petrified. Like, you're too scared to do anything. I can't remember what it is.
I'm shivering in
Omori?
timbers.
No.
Because that's a big plot point in Omori is fear.
Yes, but that's different.
Omori grants you the ability to do stuff at some point.
Yeah.
I'd be
Yes.
I
shivering
know, I
in me
played the
timbers
entire game,
so
almost
hard
cried.
I can't even
Almost
fight.
cried at 1 a.m. and then cosplayed Basil for Halloween.
I
What do you
tried-
mean almost?
What do you mean almost?
I don't cry at media that much.
I tried to play Omori.
Hey, Mackenzie,
and
how
then
bad did you cry at
and then
Omori?
It gave me really bad anxiety.
To be fair, I got the good ending.
I tried to play Omori, and it gave me really bad anxiety, so I couldn't finish it.
Finish it, please.
I can't. Like,
Can I play
literally,
it
it
on
makes
y-
me paranoid.
Can I play it on your PC so I can get the full experience?
Omori is a
Yeah.
brilliant game.
I played it on my Switch.
I will play it on your computer
I played it
with
on
your
my
clacky
computer.
clacky keyboard.
It's so
I
good.
seriously, I cannot remember. There is a game out there where there's an important fight where the first time you do the fight, you can't do anything because your character is too scared to do anything. I can't remember what
All
it
I'm
is.
thinking of is Kingdom Hearts when Goofy just dies.
What?
So there's an entire point in Kingdom Hearts where you win a fight, and then a rock hits Goofy in the head, and then everyone thinks that Goofy's dead. So Donald Duck leaves the party to go on a murderous rampage. And you have to, yes, and then you have to save Donald. But also, an even worse point. So, due to the way the saving system works, if during that save Donald from his murderous rampage over the death of Goofy didn't die, by the way. He just got knocked unconscious. If you die during that, you have to restart and do the boss fight again.
I know, because Goofy got bonketed in the head.
He's in his bonked up state.
Gorsh, Sora. I got hit in the head with a rock.
Not bad.
Practice. Oh, wait, give me a second. Yeah.
All right.
Where
back-
were we? The plot of Fossil Fighters.
Doesn't exist.
This is the least on-topic episode we've ever had.
How is this even possible?
We have 15 minutes left.
Because it's a really niche video game.
Okay. The plot... Okay, so after the police chief beats you into the ground with his illegal dinosaur, you go
America.
and get your own illegal dinosaur,
Okay,
and then you can have an illegal dinosaur
Okay,
fight.
what makes the dinosaurs illegal?
They're not illegal per se. It's just funny to say that.
Is it like
they're-
Jurassic Park? They throw a bunch of dinosaurs together and make a mega dinosaur?
I forget what the exact origin story is for the legendary Vivisaurs, but you've got like Frigisaurus, who is this giant icy, like, what's the word? Sauropod? So, big, long Brachiosaurus covered in ice.
Oh, so, Excalibur.
Oh, wait, one thing that I did
No.
get wrong, it's not Donald who goes on the rampage. Jordyn, you can do the Mickey voice. Can you say that for me, what Mickey says?
It's more like, Amoris.
Uh-huh. They'll pay for this.
They'll pay for this.
Like,
No,
if
they'll
you,
pay for this.
if you look up,
Was that good?
Dad, you can't make that joke. You can't make that
Give
joke,
me-
Dad.
give me the
Also,
phone.
my dad said hyperfixation or ADD in motion.
Hyperfixation, more
No.
like hyper. Huh? What was that? What was
No,
that?
Jordyn,
Wait.
Jordyn, it's the next message that I said he can't make the joke for about illegal dinosaurs. You can't make that joke, Dad.
Pops. Pops, I love you. I never met you, but I love you. But you can't. The Christian moms. Think of the
The
Christian,
Christian moms will hate
Think
that.
of-
Actually, no, they might like that joke.
Oh.
They.
I think the bigger
Continue about
concern
your
is I'm pretty sure that
dinosaurs.
most of the audience of this is the people who actually have a problem with that.
Yeah.
Oh,
I didn't actually read it, but I know what's happening.
Yep.
You're so wise.
So continue on the dinosaurs.
So, anyways, about your illegal dinosaur fight with the police chief.
but like, yeah, you've got Frigisaurus, giant icy sauropod, and you've got Ignosaurus, giant fiery theropod.
And then you fight to the death.
Yeah. When they meet each other, their insane powers melt off, but there is a short period of time during which you can walk around with a Vivasaur that just has 999 in all of its stats. And you're allowed to walk around with that and fight people with that
But
for
that's-
a short period of time.
So what I'm hearing is there's a sequence break there. There is 100% a sequence break. Someone's running around with that the whole game.
Not really.
Not really, but you know what is my favorite sequence break little thing to steal? In the middle of the Skyrim Thieves Guild quest line, you get the skeleton key, which is a lockpick that doesn't break. When I tell you I did not give that back to the goddess it belonged to for, I gotta say, an in-game month,
Ha!
at least, before I got to, like, a lockpicking skill high enough that lockpicks didn't break anymore. Anyways.
The closer you look at Skyrim, the funnier game it is. Especially when I'm not going to explain what it is, but just horse tilt. It's a technique.
All right,
that
don't
gives you
explain.
super speed.
Don't explain horse tilt. Let the woman talk about
Yeah.
her dinosaurs
Okay, fuck.
for Pete's
Wait,
sake.
real quick. I just need to
No!
no, I need to ask the question. I remember what game I was thinking of where you're too scared to do anything. It was Undertale. It's in the True Lab. Question: Are there any scripted losses in Undertale?
No.
Yes,
Wait.
Metaton, but Metaton's the one who's losing.
Yeah.
Neo.
I'm talking
Okay.
about you.
Well, not you, but
Um,
in Genocide, Neo is a scripted death.
Arguably the Omega Flowey fight.
Arguably.
Arguably, because the fight hasn't actually started yet. I used to think that you had to die at least once to beat it, though.
You know, I mean, you
Arguably.
technically do get killed multiple times at the end. You technically lose the fight until, like...
Until you win.
Yeah.
The Omega Flowey used to scare the crap out of me. Would
mean,
you mind
it
sticking
should.
around for next week so we can hyperfixate about Undertale next week?
No, but my dad's off next week, so we can actually do WWE with my father in the studio with us.
Holy crap, I'm gonna tell my dad to take off next week so he can be in here too.
Are we bringing both of our dad? We make them sit on the couch together,
We
right?
make them sit on the couch next to each other.
Okay, I think we can only have two extra people in here because we only have 5 mics, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll have the dads.
Unless they can
I
share
will
a
get my
mic.
dad here for something else at some point.
We will have the dads sit next to each other. They'll get
Okay.
along, trust me.
Back to the topic at hand again.
That's a fossils.
Anyways,
We have
the fun part of the plot is that as soon as this ends, we get on an alien plot
I'm sorry,
that I
what?
don't think is related at all to whatever the heck just happened.
It's
Except for
not.
the fact that you've been hanging out with like this cool girl named Duna. She's pretty. She
we
looks
forgot
kind
to
of
talk
like
about
Zelda.
Duna. Oh my gosh, Duna has my
And-
whole heart.
She's 14.
No, I mean as like a character, like in a maternal way, in a like, oh sweetie, not in a like, oh my god.
I was about to say
There are people
so,
who
like
made it
the
in the
Delta
other way.
episode in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, but that was actually relevant to the plot.
If I knew about Duna when I was a child, she would have been a childhood crush. But now she's just like, oh my god, she's adorable. She's like
Yeah.
the best designed character in
Yeah.
all of history. Look her up, guys. Trust me.
So
She's like pink and blue.
secretly, she's half dinosaur. She's a Dinorian, and she has been trying to gather these like idols in order to charge up this signal to
Did you just
the
look up
world-eating monster, Goonash,
Mm.
because she and her people want to destroy Earth. So eventually she becomes friends with you and she realizes, maybe I don't want to destroy Earth. So she helps you infiltrate the Dinorian ship. And you meet, like, the king of the Dinorians, King Dino. He could be a Tumblr sexy man if he were so inclined, I think.
Are we?
Let's
I
not
can't-
talk about that.
Tumblr sexy men will be a hyperfixation very far in the future. I don't want to talk about it.
That's like senior year. Like we're going out with a bang.
Oh,
That needs to be our very last
that's
episode.
assuming we're gonna get renewed.
Talk about the
Anything-
Onceler.
That assumes we're gonna get renewed.
Talk about the Toby Fox writing.
No, we're gonna talk about how Cecil Gershwin Palmer won the sexy man competition.
Sans should have won, but
Jax
No.
is already on the list.
Cecil won, and Cecil deserves it. Look at me. Cecil deserves it.
also
He is a voice.
also my dad said that the
He
plot of
is
this
a
game
good voice.
were written by throwing darts at a dartboard.
Did you know that Cecil Baldwin, the voice of Cecil Gershwin Palmer, yeah, I'm gonna have a Night Vale episode, aren't I?
Yes.
So, the voice of Cecil Gershwin Palmer, Cecil Baldwin, has also read selected works by a certain author by the name of Chuck Tingle.
Who is that?
And they're on.
We're not getting on this
They're on
tangent.
Spotify. I can't even tell you the name of the podcast because the Christian Ants are listening, but trust me. Trust me.
We can get on this tangent later.
Oh, we will. Over ramen.
Where were we?
Fossil Fabulous.
At
Something
right.
about the king.
Something
yes.
about
Meet
goulash.
King Dino,
Oh,
and
yeah.
he explains to you that the Dinorians planted dinosaurs on Earth millions of years ago.
Yeah, that's right,
Because
dinosaurs were
their
aliens.
own planet got devoured by Goonash the World Devourer. And so they put this, like, very early versions of themselves on Earth, expecting it to be hospitable for their current form in, like, some million years. And then they cryogenically froze themselves, like, well, can't wait to wake up to a nice, toasty, ready civilization. And they come back, and these stupid freaking monkeys have taken over.
I'm sorry, what? How do we get from dinosaurs to aliens to Planet of the Apes?
Well, that's how they probably
And they
see
were just like,
eyes.
what went wrong? When did is this what our species became? Is this what our ancestors turned into? No, this is all wrong. Destroy all of it. Someone call the World Eater. And then someone
Someone
explains
call
to
the World
them
Eater.
that no, in fact, dinosaurs did not turn into people. It's just that they all got wiped out by a meteor a while ago.
I'm sorry, they didn't know that?
Yeah, they didn't realize that and thought that we were just an extremely aberrant branch of dinosaur evolution.
No, dinosaurs became a chicken.
And they were just like, oh, we're sorry, we didn't mean to destroy you. We thought that you were a completely independent culture that was just a messed up version of our own, not like you're a completely independent culture that was just like its own completely messed up independent culture. My bad.
Is this entire thing a social commentary of imperialism?
I have no idea.
Sorry, my dad just messaged dartboard again, but it's starting to feel like imperialism, the dinosaur Pokemon game.
Yeah. And then I forget why, but one of them calls the World Eater anyways.
Why?
I don't know. Rapton is a special boy.
I feel like every game needs a character like that.
Yeah.
We all need a Wadley from
Rapton is just
Pokemon.
like, well, screw humanity anyways, and hits the summon World Eater button. Actually, that might have been before we explained. He might have done that before we explained. And then, oh, yeah, actually, it was the idols that they gathered that explained that humans are not, in fact, an aberrant branch of dinosaur evolution. Like, and they're stupid-looking idols, too. Like, they're really silly looking.
Look up the Fossil Fighters idols, please.
Everything
I'm
DS
scared.
era looks really stupid.
No,
honestly.
you have to
Yeah.
understand. They're so...
Oh, believe me, we're getting on that tangent soon, because I have to ramble about Fossil Fighters Frontier before we finish.
Yeah, 5 minutes.
They look like
Only 5?
Is there anyone
Oh.
after us?
Great question.
Shucks.
They look like if you took a Tiki Totem and mixed it with a Lloyd from Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
So accurate.
But also that
Would you mind checking the show schedules to see if we can go overtime?
it's a great question. Also, that one just looks like a Goron.
Are we legally allowed to go overtime?
By the way, Goonash looks like a thorny tadpole. And you have to fight its 3 brains.
There is Spice Cabinet after us, but
At 5.
yeah.
Alright, so
Okay.
we do have to be out of here by 5.
Okay. And then there's like this weird after story where you can pick either your human waifu. I shouldn't say waifu, she's a toddler. It
A
felt
wa-
like a waifu when
a
you were a
waifu for
very
your
young
character.
child and you were playing the game.
It was your waifu at the time.
Yeah.
You
You
It's
could
like when-
pick between a human who turns into a rat sometimes when she's stressed because of like radioactive contamination with a zapper beam or something.
Dartboard.
the
Dartboard.
This is
Or-
getting into the dartboard territory.
the lamest Hulk I've ever heard of.
Or you could take Duna with you. And either way, one of them is coming back turned to stone. But then you do a funky little hip shaker dance that you learned from the Dig-a-Dig chieftain.
I forgot about the
You do
dig-a-dig
belly.
dance.
And it's not a belly dance, it's a hip shaker
And
dance,
Jaden-
excuse
and
you.
Jaden addressed this, okay? If you want more information, watch
I'm
the
gonna-
video by Jaden Animations.
You get up and you shake your hips as aggressively as you can, and the power of your hip shaking saves them from
Also,
petrification.
Just watch all of Jade Animation's videos. She makes really good videos.
Roll
Hips
credits.
Don't lie.
Anyways,
I'm sorry, you roll credits after the hip shake dance?
yeah, pretty much.
Hips don't lie.
I'm sorry, that was loud.
Look at your laugh waveform.
That's a really that's a funky waveform. I love it.
I need to clean up this audio.
You're gonna have so much work to do.
Sorry.
And we have,
No,
and we have
Jordan witnessed me having like a minor breakdown because I couldn't get Jade's audio levels down.
we have so many ones to upload though, and my mom wants to listen to them all.
Yeah, I
My
will
mom also wants
eventually.
to listen to all of them.
Fossil Fighters Frontier, drastic downgrade from both of the games, and you can tell most of the downgrades just by looking at the differences in Vivasaur models.
Like you showed me, it is like,
Yeah, like
be careful who you call ugly in middle school. He might get uglier.
Sorry, my dad just said that Shakira is in the game and her hips don't lie.
look up Raja from Fossil Fighters Champions, and then look up Raja from Fossil Fighters Frontier to get a good idea of like what the visual differences between them are. Like, the first 2 games had very angular, low polygon designs for the Vivasaurs.
And then they made the mistake of
and
going high def.
honestly, it worked for them
Ooh, he's-
because, like,
He's funky.
Raja, that's my favorite
Kind of looks like
Venusaur.
he kind of looks like Mario from Sunshine, like that style of model.
Yeah, I guess so. Like, it's very low
What did they
poly.
do to my
It's
boy?
angular.
And-
It's dynamic. It looks cool. Like, the Vivasaurs looked cool in the first 2 games. And then in Frontier, they made the designs very chunky and
He's-
rounded. And not even in, like, these look more accurate kind
His
of
head is
way.
the size of his torso.
Yeah.
Let me see
That
what they
looks
did.
like bad Digimon.
Yeah.
Look what they
Digimon,
did to
digital
my
monsters,
boy.
Digimon of the chip.
They made them very, like, just... The shape language went from triangular to circular, and it doesn't work when you're doing a game about dinosaurs. Dinosaurs are supposed to be, like, cool. They're supposed to be sturdy. They're supposed to be, like, epic. Like, I want to feel like I'm fighting with a cool dinosaur, not like this half-asleep thing with the same eyes. And, like, honestly, some of the designs, like, ignoring how they look is, like, some of them are all
Goofy.
right.
Some of them are goofy.
But they're just downgrades when you look at what you had previously. Like, Goyle, Hopter is a huge downgrade. Like, in the DS games, Hopter was like this cool goth Vivasaur. It had bones, it had like red accents. it was supposed to be like rebellious because it had this ability where when it goes under half HP, it starts acting weird and doesn't obey you. But in Frontier, it's just brown and gold.
It's ugly.
Brown and gold is the color of poo-poo and
So
pee-pee. Thanks for
Yeah.
listening.
So long story short, Fossil Fighters Frontier is a bad game. You should play Fossil Fighters and Fossil Fighters Champions.
Yeah.
Long story short, dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs,
Okay,
man.
well,
We
time
are
to
at
sign
5
off.
o'clock.
Thank you for listening.
We hope you learned something.
And if you didn't, sorry. And that's the bell
Yeah.
tower telling us we're definitely done for the day.
Don't
I'm Jordyn. I'm the short one with purple hair.
I'm Phoenix. I'm the tall one with purple hair.
And I'm Victoria. I'm also short. You will hear me before you see me.
I'm Mackenzie, and it has been fun rambling to you about dinosaurs this week.
That's Mackenzie, and you won't see her. She
That's
doesn't
Mackenzie.
go here.
She doesn't go here.
She don't even go here.
Just like the
I do
Mean Girls.
not.
That's my favorite scene in Mean Girls. Also that and...
Which
Can you
one?
say this for the Christian moms?
Halloween
no.
party?
I can't tell the moms.
Is it just like Halloween party?
No, it's on the phone. I'll talk to you about it later.
All right.
Till then, we're signing off. See you next Friday. It's been lovely.
We might have my dad.
Dope. Peace.
You might want to stop the recording.